This over here is a PC that someone built for around $1,000 a few years ago. We're gonna take a look, how good is this and how much is it worth these days? How bad is the GPU depreciation and the CPU depreciation? Thermal paste here, completely dry. If you look at the RAM prices, they have massively appreciated, so are we back at $1,000 now? My first impression is whoever built this at least picked a really nice case, but we can already see quite a bit of dust in there. Take a look at that. Asus ExpertBook Ultra. ExpertBook means business and a lot more. Featuring up to Intel Core Ultra Series 3 X9 and up to 64GB of RAM, Asus has engineered the very best performance into an incredibly thin and light business chassis, delivering serious power without the bulk. At just less than a kilo with up to 24 hours of battery life, it's built for professionals on the move. You also get a stunning 120Hz variable refresh rate 3K tandem OLED display with matte coating to cut those annoying office reflections, and up to 1400 nits brightness and a precision haptic trackpad. Expert Cool Pro thermal mastery keeps performance consistent, cooling the chip at up to 50 watts TDP so you get sustained power when it matters most. It's not just powerful, it's tough. Built to military grade standards and backed by enhanced ASUS durability testing, this is a device designed to handle the realities of modern business life. For security, Asus Expert Guardian protection ensures ultimate data integrity and a peace of mind. It also has all the connectivity one could want, including Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 5.4 and Thunderbolt 4 ports. Performance, design, security and proven durability all in one ultra slim machine. Check out our full unsponsored overview in the description below, and thanks Asus for sponsoring this part of the video. Okay, what do we have in... Ooh. There's a spider living in here. We might have to clean this as well. Okay, I can see Corsair RAM in there. And, oh no, whoever built this, look at this. See the RAM slots? RAM's in the wrong slot. That's not where it's supposed to be. So, let's just take this out. Wait a second, that wasn't even in. So, this is Corsair Vengeance Pro. This is a nice DDR5 kit. This is 16 gigabytes, 3600 megahertz, CL18. This is not bad whatsoever. I think it's live, this GPU. Okay, another thing I noticed is EVGA power supply. That's very good. No proper cooling. We'll see if we can fix that, because I bet this is not going to work very, very well. I can see NVMe SSD in there, which is good. Gigabyte stick in there. Let me see which motherboard this is. 11th gen. So this is probably 5 maybe? 11600, I suppose. I'm guessing. This here, ooh, that is RTX 3060. So that's not bad. But this is going... Yeah, we need to sort this PC out a bit. First, I want to make sure that everything is working. We're gonna turn this PC on and actually check what type of specs, what's going on in there. But I'm just going to put the RAM in the right places. By the way, on the motherboard, there's a tiny little slot in there, and it actually tells you use this RAM slots, but someone's thought no. Okay. So let's turn it on and see what happens. Okay, I'm gonna use my own Wi-Fi antenna here as well, because otherwise our internet's gonna be so slow. Okay, are we ready? We've got lights. Whew. It smells like someone's house perfume. Okay. We're getting a post. Okay, we can see some games in here. Grand Theft Auto, Rockstar Games, OpenIV, Tony Hawk. Okay, EA Sports. So let's take a look at the specs in here. It is Windows 11, so it looks like it's not a bad one in here. Okay, we have 11400F, so there is no iGPU on this motherboard. We have 16 gigs of RAM. which is not running at XMP, so you're not getting full speed on there. It's only running at 2133. SSD WD Blue SN570. It's not a bad 500 gigabytes. And then RTX 3060. So here's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna get some benchmarks. I'm gonna put them on them to actually test if that CPU and GPU are actually able to keep up with these temperatures. If you've seen this before and you are subscribed, double tap the screen right now. But if you haven't subscribed yet, then you're part of the 80% that are watching the videos but are not subscribed. Consider subscribing so you don't miss the future uploads. Whoa, this motherboard has no USB-C ports in the back, only one on the top here. This PC definitely has a smell. Oh, it's loud. It's pretty loud as well. It's already going crazy loud in there. I'm not even doing anything. The CPU is super loud. So let's see what the actual temperatures are now then. It's 70 degrees right now. We're not thermally throttling for now. It's just so loud, it's unbelievable. I'm just gonna run the GPU benchmark at the same time. See what happens to the CPU. 66 degrees. Let's have a look at the GPU. Where are we gonna go over there? The GPU is pulling, here, what are we pulling? 170 watts. That's not a problem whatsoever. But I think the CPU is the huge problem here. Okay, so look, we're just running a GPU benchmark and we're 71 degrees and we're only pulling 20 watts, okay? And I'll show you in a minute how this is gonna look so bad now. So if I open the CPU benchmark as well, there's a lot to learn in this video. Don't worry, we're gonna sort this PC out. In fact, maybe even upgrade it a little bit. I'm gonna put CPU on now and watch what happens with the CPU now. We're pushing 80 watts, 81. PL1 and PL2 power limits are 4,000 watts. So this is like all open. 83 watts right now. It's just warming up. It's 90 degrees. CPU is 90 degrees, my friends. 91 degrees. It hasn't even started the benchmark. It's just warming up. Oh no, okay. Did we start yet? No, it's just gone to 96 degrees. Now we're starting rendering. Let's see what we're actually pulling from the socket. 65 watts, 57. Only 60 watt because it's already pulled down. It can't do anymore. It's 96 degrees. Okay, 93 watts and it's 97 degrees. We've got to see some thermal throttling in a minute now. So basically when you see red, it's bad and it's pretty red in here. Okay, there's hot air coming out from the back in here. That fan is not making that much noise. It's the CPU fan in there. There's one in the front there, and that's why we see a lot of dust on the bottom side here, but not on the top there. And yes, we are thermally throttling because we are 102 degrees. So this is obviously not good. So do I want to stop it? Yes, I do want to stop it. It just feels horrible. The GPU is actually doing completely fine. So let's do a little service for this PC and then we're gonna see what we've actually improved. Are you ready for cable management? Big reveal now. Is it gonna be good? Oh, something fell down. That's the DisplayPort cover. Obviously cable management, yeah, really not happening there. 650 watt. In terms of the inside of the PC, it's not bad. Look at that. Can you see how like someone lives in here? See the back of this? It's absolutely, oh yeah, now you can see it. It's pretty disgusting. How's there like some food? How's there food inside the, like, what's the food doing there? It's like getting moldy and rusty. Okay, this is the frame for this. We'll add another. At least the fans are the right way. But look at the fan. Zoom in there. Oh, nice and Okay. Oh, this bad boy is very hot as well here. I know you can't see it from the side. How do you get that one off again? I think you just pull out. Oh no. Yeah, this thing ain't doing much. We're gonna upgrade that. Thermal paste here, completely dry. So it's probably not gonna work as well either. So we can put this in the bin. Okay, so let me just give it a bit of a dust. Oh, 1 second. I wanna get the front panel off as well so you can see what's going on in there. I think this should just, yeah. Woo! Ugh. Whew. Okay, I'm gonna get my duster out and go outside because I don't want any of this in the studio. So then, this GPU makes me slightly sad. In fact, that over there as well. So what we'll do is clean this a bit with alcohol. So, a cloth. I don't know, what is this muck on the back up here? Literally rusting. Literally not coming off. The GPU is not bad whatsoever. Gonna be good. So while we're here, I'm gonna clean that thermal paste off. Okay, well this is gonna have to go to the bin now. I'm gonna add 2 more fans. So this is Arctic P12 PWM. This is quite an old one, but that'll work perfectly fine. So where we're gonna put this is just right. Maybe we'll put that in the front. Yeah, since this has a short cable, what I'll just do is I'm gonna put that cable, this fan in the front over there, just like that. And then the Arctic one, because it's got a long one, I'm gonna put in the front. I know there's slightly different fans, but that might actually work out for our good. Because they're different fans, what will happen is they create different noise and they start to cancel each other out rather than making harmony. Very good. Okay, remember the CPU cooler was very, very bad. Well, I'm gonna upgrade it to this. Deepcool AK700 Digital NYX. So this is gonna be a much nicer cooler, much better cooler. I tested this with 220 watts and it was not a problem whatsoever. So this is gonna be an absolute breeze in here. Okay, now let's sort a little bit of the cable management out as well. This is not supposed to come from this side like that. So take the motherboard cable out. Okay, this should go further in there as well, so it would look nicer. There's literally grommets in the back here that you just have to follow and push it in. But obviously someone hasn't pushed it in. I'll show you this in a minute. Okay, that's better, that's better. This is not supposed to come from that hole. Neither is this supposed to. So I don't know if you can see this, but this GPU cable is coming from like the back side. But there's a specific hole in the front there where it's supposed to go through. So we'll just pop it down there. The audio cable comes from here. So this is that deep cool one. So that's in there. Okay. There we go. That's a little bit better, I'd say. Okay. So we're back on this side. Generally pretty good, apart from this. Good job they've gone for fully modular power supply, apparently actually. So this is gonna go nicely into there, okay, you see that? All of these, I'm gonna tie together into here. One. See these straps, they're already built in there. All you have to do is just, we'll just leave that one. And then all of the, well, this, I want to do that there as well. That's the only downside, that these bottom ones you're just gonna have to hide like that. I'd say this is good. Just hide that into there as well. A lot better than what it was before. There you go. It's a nice looking case though. Power on. It's figuring out if everything's good. So right now it's checking RAM. Yep. Now it's checking GPU. Yep. And now we've got boot. There we go. So we are back on Windows, but I want to restart and then go into the BIOS first, because there's a few things we need to change in the BIOS. BIOS has been reset, so we're gonna go in here. Firstly, XMP. That's gonna give you extra performance from the get-go. Then let's go to smart fan speed. Okay, CPU fan, not normal. We're gonna do it manual. Okay, 100% when we get to like 91 degrees, but I promise it will literally never ever arrive there. Okay, this is a lot better. There, CPU, okay, there we go, manual, escape, XMP on as well, yes. Oh, is someone saying that we can't load the XMP on this, and that's why it's running slow? Well, let's see if we can update the BIOS then. So, in about 3 years ago, this was $1,000 roughly. Now it's $759. Oh, no, plus CPU, the main part, we're missing something. So this right now is $759. Can you find how much is Intel 11400F? 75 used, okay? So plus 75, we're talking roughly around $830 for this PC. Now it's got upgraded cooling. It's probably worth a little bit more, but it's pretty good. So this BIOS in there right now is F5, as you can see in there, and I've just downloaded F11B. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there's been quite a lot of different versions released since then. I bet that's why we can't get that RAM running. Look at this, we're gonna go to QFlash. There we go. There it is. Are you sure you want to update BIOS? Yes. Okay, press to start. $830. Okay. So the PC is on, working. I've spent the last couple of hours just trying to figure stuff out until I just absolutely wiped the whole system, started all over again. And then I found a few interesting things. Hopefully when you're watching this, you're not gonna make the same mistakes, because someone's made the mistakes and realized, dang it, I bought the wrong things. Number one, we've upgraded the cooling to this deep cool AK700 digital. And if you zoom in, you can actually see all the GPU, CPU temps, what's happening on the actual cooler. There's a little screen. It's actually really, really sharp display. Very, very nice. And I'm liking this. We're gonna see in a minute how much better this cooling is. The PC is much more quiet. I've cleaned it up as much as I can. I've added 2 fans, one in there, one on the top, and it's just a lot better. I changed the RAM to the correct slots, but I've got some bad news about the RAM. Now, after updating all the BIOS and thinking everything, and I'm pretty sure like DDR4 RAM is just like, it was so like supported and so widely tested that it just, whenever you plugged it in, it just worked. Here's the thing, this particular model of RAM is not in the QVL list, which means that this is not supported by the motherboard, meaning you're gonna have to run this RAM at 2100 megahertz instead of 3600. So you've paid for 3600, but you're never gonna get it. So you might as well sell it, get something else, or you're just gonna have a nice flashy RAM, but there's quite a bit of performance on the table because you've got wrong RAM in there. So that's the case basically. It's all very nice and clean. Let's just, okay, look at that. We can still see kind of the temperatures through there now. So let's do exactly the same test. First of all, I'm gonna put my GPU on a load because I just want to create as much heat in the system as possible. Okay, the GPU is just already making a load that is 100 and something watts. Advanced. I'm just gonna put a single multi-thread benchmark on as well. So here we go. Okay, remember how we were at like 60, 70 degrees and like nothing was happening basically? Right now at the same point of time, we are 51 degrees, 52 degrees. Remember our GPU is pulling like 170 watts, something like that underneath. We're pulling 70 watts. I don't know if it's gonna pull any more. Just pulling 70 watts is like not breaking a sweat. Obviously this is slightly different. This is Cinebench R26, not 24. So I'm wondering if that is using slightly different like algorithms or different rendering systems. GPU still absolutely maxed, right? Still at 56 degrees, just working like a charm. Let's try Cinebench R24. Let's see if we're pulling more than 74 watts. Bear in mind, I haven't taken the GPU off. I think I can actually change what type of stuff is happening on the screen there. Oh, I can turn the screen off and on in there. Look at that. Okay, it's 100% usage now. Let's see the power. So much more capable now of doing stuff. Not even breaking a sweat. It's warming up. How much are we pulling? 74, still around 70, something like that watts. And we haven't peaked 60 degrees. 60, we were at 101 at this point on the previous one. So to say that we've improved the cooling is an understatement. We have absolutely taken this to a whole other level. GPU 75 watts on the hotspot, 64. So good. Okay, I've stopped the GPU now. Still exactly the same. Not a problem. So whether you're running games or not running games, whether your GPU is on or not, it's fantastic. So this PC was built roughly around $1,000. Right now, it's still worth $830. Now slightly more because I've upgraded the cooling. But that being said, it's not a bad depreciation over a couple of years. We've lost maybe, what, 17%, 15 to 20%? That's pretty good. Obviously, the RAM shortage has helped us a little bit here to keep the value up, but regardless, it's not bad whatsoever. As you can see, there's no dust in the front there either. It's very nice. There's 2 fans in there. I think we have to do some more builds on the NZXT belts. I think it just looks so nice and minimal. Hopefully you learned something in this video. If you want to pick up the cooler that we did in here, I'll try to leave the parts in this video description as well if you want to upgrade your cooling on this one. But let me know if you would be interested in some fix-it or flop kind of PCs for creators in this series. I've got some awesome information for creators. As you know, we benchmark hundreds of GPUs and CPUs and other tech on the channel for creators. If you scan this QR code over here, you get access to our internal data and benchmark database. There's also a link in the video description below if you want to check that out. And we'll also be sending you my 3 tips for optimizing your PC that I also do for video editing. So if you're interested in that, scan that QR code. If you have any other questions or requests, check out Minect in the video description below. I'll always get back to my Minect messages 100% and very fast. So if you want that, link in the description below. If you'd like to stay up to date with the tech and information that's important for creators, highly recommend signing up to our mailing list, which you can scan through this QR code or find the link in the description below as well. And this is for people who don't have time to always search for the information, but just want the right information to land directly into their email box. And I am not a big fan of spamming inbox because I'm one of you guys. So I've just created a way how you can get access to the best information relevant for you. And hey, if you've reached this far, then YouTube thinks that this is one of the videos that you'll like next. And actually hitting that like button, it makes a difference. Subscribe with bell to not miss any of the future uploads. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much guys for watching. Bye-bye.